Hello, and welcome to What's New to You. Today's topic, we're going to talk about technology updates. The technology update that we're going to talk about today is cars. I know, you're saying, okay, this is a girl, she's talking about cars. No offense, a lot of people don't think that we know anything about cars. However, we drive them every day, we use them every day, we use them to take care of our families, go to work, drop off the kids to school, run errands, um, we get stuck in traffic like everybody else. We have to make sure that they're functioning. However, the reason that I'm talking about the technology updates as far as vehicles, it's because the world is coming to a point where it's changing very fast and it's moving forward. And this is a new time, new age, new technology, and it's moving fast forward. However, we need to keep up with it. We do not want to be left behind. However, at the same time, we want to take advantage of the technology that's out there and we want to incorporate it into our daily life. Um, we, in our families, we like to look for organic food. We like to, provide our kids with the best thing, clean air, clean water. However, we sometimes don't remember talking about, vehicles. Vehicles are one of the, biggest thing that generates pollution. And growing up, I always said, I wanted to come up with a way to eliminate pollution, especially from cars. However, my life went a different way. I did graduate college. However, I was not an inventor, so I couldn't invent anything. So some people might debate that. If you talk to my husband or my son, they'll be like, oh, you've invented this and that. And I'm like, not really. It's not a big deal. However, let's get back to cars. So we want to make sure we incorporate, electric vehicles in our daily life. And we want to give them a chance. And here is the thing. This is what I think. Who has the time to stop into a gas station? Okay, when you're driving, when you leave the house in the morning, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's rainy. I'm sure up north it's snowing, and nobody has the time to stop in a gas station. And in addition, those gas stations are filthy. There are the handles are filthy. You try to use your credit card, most of the time it never works. You have to go inside. If you're traveling, you have to stop, you have to go to the bathroom. Not very good for a lady or for any man out there or for our kids, a matter of fact. So I don't have the time for tune-ups, oil change, worrying about transmission belt or transmission, or spark plugs, or this is, we're not even talking about the cost that's associated with that. Okay, so if you do like driving, whether it's a decent vehicle or a nice vehicle, decent vehicles, yeah, you can take them to a tune-up place close to the house and change the oil. You have to see your mileage. You keep up with it, and whenever something breaks down, you have to take the car to the dealership or to a mechanic, and you are at their mercy. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how big the bill is going to be. And even after you stop paying off your vehicle, you're like, okay, well, now I stopped paying off the vehicle, but now I have to keep up with the mechanic's bill, every single month. However, the electric vehicles came out with new technology where you never have to worry about tune-ups. You never have to worry about oil changes. The only thing you have to worry about is changing the tires, the windshield wipers, and the windshield wiper fluid, which whenever you stop by at the dealership, they can top it off for you. So you really don't have to buy it. So, and this is what I'm trying to go with this. So let's provide clean air, and let's provide, for our world, and move from that point. I hope you see it the way I see it. And let's be honest, I mean, the world is moving forward and we have to just keep up with it. Everyone is aware of the environment. Everyone wants to provide whatever is best for their families, from organic food to clean air. Why not start with changing the way we drive, and move forward with the changing technology that's out there? I found out about electric cars about 2012, I think, maybe a little bit before, and started doing some research, looking into them. I always, growing up, I always said, always wanted to come up with an idea of minimizing the pollution in the air, especially gas cars. However, now that there's electric cars, and I was like, wow, this sounds really good. Let's see how they function. Let's see their longevity. Let's see how they work. And, so I did some research and finally I made my peace with it and went to the dealership and I said, okay, so let me drive one and see how that works. So I see everything online. I looked at the designs. They look really good. Didn't know how it was going to be incorporated in my life, in my everyday life, but I was like, okay, I was willing to give it a try. So when I started driving it, I was so excited, to be honest with you. On the road, I was like, everyone should have one of these. From my experience with the test drive, I was very, very excited. I walked in, they're like, "Oh, what do you need?" And I'm like, "Okay, I would like to drive one of these." And they're like, "Okay, here's the keys. Go get some breakfast or lunch or whatever and come back." And so I took it for a test drive, and I was amazed how quiet it was, how nice, how smooth the ride was, and how luxurious it was on the inside. They had pretty much everything that, known to men. So I was like, okay, so I mean, let's see how I can incorporate this into my daily life, according to my budgets and everything. So I think how like we made the change from driving a traditional phone, well, actually speaking on a traditional phone to a smartphone. I think that's what's going to happen with this. We're going to pretty much try to make the change from regular vehicles to smart vehicles. And what's a good time to start? But now, I know everyone I talk to, they're like, oh, well, they're so expensive. They're outside in the market and they're not affordable, this and that. And this is what I tell people. I say, I'm sorry, I don't make a lot of money, but here is the thing, if you add up your cost of gas that you spend per month into your monthly payment, into your car monthly payment, it adds up to the same exact price. And then you get with a good bank, and then you make the loan and you make it work for you. However, you don't have to worry about tune-ups, about oil changes, about stopping in the gas station and touching those, nasty, um, gas pumps, which I absolutely hate. Or if you're traveling, you have to stop at the bathroom over there, and it's like the most disgusting thing in the world. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just telling you the truth. That's how I feel. So I was like, okay, this is really, really a good option. So of course I had a lot of questions, and I tell everyone, I'm like, this is very affordable. Everyone should have one, just like a smartphone. Everyone should have one. And you charge this at your house every single night. Most question that I get most of the time is like, okay, so does your electric bill go up higher? How can you charge it every night? It's gonna tap into, well, I am a very, very organized person. So I have a budget spreadsheets for everything. So of course, I keep my budget, for the past God knows how many years. And I did a cost comparisons of, the electric bill that we've had for years. compared to when we got our electric vehicle. And guess what? The difference is very minute. It's about maybe between $3 to $5 per month. And this is given the fact that I do charge it every single night I come home. I plug it in at night and I wake up with a full charge. So I do have almost 300 miles to go, which is like 275, 265, 275 to go. So that is amazing. I mean, every morning I wake up, I have a full charge. I never have to worry about, stopping in a gas station or anything. However, you have to remember to charge it. You can set it up on your phone as an alarm in the beginning, and it will tell you, by midnight or 11 to plug it in. Did you remember plugging in your car? You can set it up as a meeting, however you want to set it up on your calendar. That will work. That's what I had to do in the beginning to get adjusted to it, and that's what works for me. So I say, don't be afraid of the change. Let's try to make our world better and safer out there. Look at the vehicle, give it a chance, and look at the qualities that they have, and let's go from there. So I will come up. I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Text me or write the questions in the comment side below, and I will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. This is the time that we can make a change for the best and we take charge of our life, and we do not have to depend on how things were, the how things were set up for us, or how we were told this is what you should do, this is what you should not do. Not taking a risk. Actually, this is for the best, and it's easy. I have had my vehicle right now for about, it's going to be 3 years in June. So, and I can tell you, I will never drive a traditional vehicle. I don't care what anybody says. I don't like the smell of gasoline. I don't like to get my hands dirty. I like to be clean, and I like to get up and get in the car and take off. So, until next time, talk to you soon.